What's poppin', y'all? So I'm not on here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time, and I came to pop my ish. Hold on, let me put my hootie hoo out to my IG peoples so they know where I'm at. Because a lot of y'all be trying to play with me, and y'all gonna stop playing with me, for real, for real. Cause I look in my comments, and I think this is the most that I've ever chatted in my comments, for real, for real. I don't normally be in my comments chatting it up, going back and forth with people and all that other stuff, because at the end of the day, as a content creator, that's not what we do. You don't never see Tasha K, Jason Lee, or any of them clapping in the comments back at the comment section, so I need to cut that out. But it's like, yo, y'all be playing with me, for real. And I don't know if it's because I'm a female or what, because a lot of y'all have been like, oh, stay out of men's business. Bro, this ain't men's business. This is not men's business. This is a trending topic, okay? It's a trending topic. And everybody's going to speak on it. I think what it is a lot of people don't like the fact that I'm spitting some stuff that they don't want to hear. Hey, T. So, let's get down to it. A lot of y'all in my comments talking about paperwork. Like, that's the only avenue of things that we should be focused on. Like, that's the stamp seal that makes all of this okay. When it comes down to this Big Meech, Tammy Cowins, Cuffy Gatling situation, y'all twisting narratives. Cuffy ran off on the plug. Cuffy was a snitch. I'm seeing what y'all saying. And don't think that I don't have the paperwork, because clearly I have the paperwork. Y'all need to go look at my playlist. I already did a coverage on Cuffy. Okay, I've already interviewed Cuffy. I did the first interview that Cuffy did after Meech's release. I had the first interview since Meech's release, okay? It didn't go viral or whatever. People didn't even know I was over here doing what I'm doing. He did other interviews elsewhere. Shout out to Dogface, Sean G. He went and did interviews over there as well, and everybody heard those and all of that. And, yeah, I was a little rusty with that one because I've never interviewed somebody outside of gossip, okay? Now, my thing with all of this has been, yes, I can admit that my views and opinions have changed, but I'm a blogger. My views and opinions are susceptible to change just like anybody else's that's on the other side of the screen based on the evidence that's brought before us. But see, the thing is, I think everybody is so caught up in the fact that, oh, paperwork, because this was a Fed case. This is a Fed case, and I say was because Meech is out and is because Cuffy's still in it. But when it gets down to morale and principle, a lot of y'all, I be having y'all on straight, y'all be choked up. I'm going to tell you, a lot of y'all be choked up because y'all can't get past the morale and the principle of the thing. Regardless to what you want to say, his name is in the paperwork. No, he did not give a statement, but his name is in the paperwork. He's mentioned in there. Whether Tammy lying or Tammy telling the truth, which, by the way, I think Tammy is the most diabolical thing that I've ever seen in my life to come across the internet in some street-ish. If I'm going to be honest with you. So my opinion on her has not changed. My thing with this is whether he knew about it or he didn't know about it, he's still wrong. You know why? And this is where I run circles around y'all in the comment section, because y'all will not admit that y'all say that this is okay. Regardless to what, you got Tonisa. Tonisa did her Vlad interview, and she told us when she was doing BMF Wives that she was put in communication with Tammy. Tammy, in turn, can you bring my other vape? It's in the house. I don't know. I was in the kitchen. I've been in a couple places in the house. Tammy, let me see what y'all. Oh, we can leave that there. We can leave that there. So here's the thing. Regardless to what people want to say, you want to say the paperwork don't say, the paperwork don't show. Salute to Smoked Out TV. What's poppin'? I'm about to call you in a minute. Let me bring this down a bit. There we go. So regardless to the paperwork and all of that, here's the thing. Here's the morale and the principle of it all. Let me just get to it. The morale and the principle of it all is When Tonisa got in touch with Tammy, Tammy lied to the DEA to try to get Tonisa locked back up. That's foul. And guess what? That's Meech Peoples. That's Meech Peoples. Regardless to what, he was still talking to Tammy. He was still giving her information on people. So much so that she was able to make that connection between Cuffy and Fidel and feed them to the DEA. Even if he didn't know about it. He still did that. You can't take that away. He did that. He did that. Not only that, we hear continually how she was the contact person, which means he made her the nucleus. To anybody trying to get in touch with him, she was the nucleus. She was the go-to person, which means that he opened up his network of people to her, which means he put his network of people at risk, which means that his network of people came in communication with her, built their own trusting relationships with her, and the whole 9 yards. So a lot of y'all underneath that whole video with Bebe, the interview with Bebe, talking about, oh, Bebe clout chasing, they want a TV show. Bebe was in touch with Tammy, and they developed a friendship. He was cool with BMF. You heard him. Wani brought him in. Who is Wani? Cuffy brother. So if you want to get in touch with Meech, who do you have to go through? Tammy. Cuffy want to get in touch with Meech? Who do you go through? Tammy. And that's when he didn't have a cell. He didn't have a cell. So he had to go through Tammy. Everybody ran through Tammy. That means anybody that was in that nucleus that went through her to go to him, anybody could get it. Regardless to whether he was in on it or not. You cannot escape that. And I hate the fact, and I hate that for y'all, that a lot of y'all don't want to admit that. When I say, are you condoning that behavior? The tap dance. Everybody want to tap dance around that when I start asking questions. Oh, he ain't in no paperwork. He ain't make no statement. He ain't make no statement. He ain't in no paperwork. Okay, cool, but his name all up and through there. So you can't sit here and necessarily say he ain't in the paperwork. What you can say is he hasn't made a statement. What you also cannot say is that there is no connection. He owes Cuffy, Tammy, and everybody who he sent through Tammy to get to him, he owes them an explanation. That's who he owes. Fuck us. The people, we the people, he don't necessarily owe us nothing. We the internet. I don't know him. So I don't hold no emotional stock in none of this. He ain't locked me up. He ain't locked my peoples up. He ain't do none of that to me. So I don't have no emotional attachment to none of this. But a lot of y'all moral compass is off. It's off because y'all know that there's jail code and then there's street code. The jail code, for me, there's a big question mark on that. I'm not going to hold you. It's a question mark. But either way this goes, the street code was violated. Up and down, all the way, violated. You don't mess with rats and snitches. And after Tonisa and Cuffy and all this information came out, and you get into that paperwork and you start seeing how deep this chick rolls. Oh, because I'm about to review somebody's content that I came across. When you see how deep this chick was rolling with the DEA, if you haven't read the paperwork, go read it. But when you see how deep this chick was rolling with the DEA, why would you, being a person of that stature in the streets, continue to work with this chick? Why would you then get on a phone call with Bebe and 42 Dougs and say, I don't owe nobody shit? Why would you say that? When you do. You do. And that's the part that everybody is missing. That's the part everybody missing that's sitting up here, paperwork. So you mean to tell me that because he didn't give a statement per se, he didn't give a statement, you mean to tell me that we're going to overlook that part? Everybody just don't see that part. Everybody not registering that part. See, this is why y'all don't like me over here. This is why y'all be coming for me. And this is why y'all was making those comments that I was deleting. Which y'all telling me, which I'm not deleting. No more comments. Say what you want. Do what you want. I'm going to heart it. And I'm going to throw you some Henny glasses. That doesn't mean I agree with you. If you don't get a salute or a rose or something else, from now on, if you just got Henny glasses, I'm acknowledging your comment so you know I saw it. I'm hearting it because thank you for the comment. Thank you for watching. But I'm not going back and forth with y'all no more. Y'all too emotional for me. Emotionally invested. You don't jack the connect, your boy hook you up with neither. You still want to spin the narrative. Contrarian thinker, you the main one I went back and forth with. Yeah, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out. Because you never could answer that one question for me. Are you standing on that? Are you standing on the street morale that has been violated? Florida gal, him making a statement ain't got nothing to do with him being on probation. He's not going to threaten nobody. He ain't doing nothing violent. He's not doing none of that. So getting up here talking like we talking is not a violation. He could do that. He said, matter of fact, let me pull it up. Oh, no, I ain't got no smoke with you, contrarian thinker. I ain't got no smoke with you. I don't know you to have smoke with you, baby. Trust me, I don't have no smoke with nobody. That's the thing. I don't have no smoke with nobody. Maybe some of y'all missed that recording. So all y'all reaching and clearly don't know what y'all be podcasting. No, Mac, you reaching. What kind are you even a street dude? Because you cannot tell me that no real people who've been out there in them streets, whether you was hustling, whether you was out there grinding, you was out there robbing, no matter what you was out there doing, if you was in the street, there is a morale and a code. And you can't get around that. No matter how much you try, you cannot get around that. And if you do try to get around that, I'm going to question you every time. I'm going to press you. I'm going to press you. That has nothing to do with nothing. So since he ran off on the plug, he deserved to be lined up. Make it make sense. Meech owe that man. Thank you, TJ. Thank you. TJ. Thank you. Stop spinning the narrative. That's all y'all doing. Y'all spinning. Y'all spinning to make it make sense. But stop. Really ask yourself that question. I know you don't want to go against the grain. This is 42 Doug's, Bebe, and Meech. Listen. Baby is telling Meech, Tammy told me everything. I don't know if y'all can hear it too good. As a matter of fact, I'll repost it. explanation for Ish. Contrarian thinker. Let me explain something to you. You could never say that I believe Tammy. You could never say I believe Tammy as much exposing as I've been doing to her. See, the problem is when everybody jumped on this topic, right? Because 50 Cent asked a question. He asked, I got you. He asked, who is Tammy Cowins? So everybody went out and everybody started bringing Meech. And then Cuffy came into the fold and Meech. 50 ain't asked y'all nothing about Meech or Cuffy. He asked you about Tammy. And I'm sticking to the assignment. How could you even fix your fingers to type that I believe Tammy when I ain't never changed up on how I see, feel, or view Tammy? Never. So don't gaslight me, bro. Don't gaslight me. You know what I'm speaking is real spit right now. Like I said in the beginning, it's paperwork. And then there's morale. And even if you read the paperwork, you got Cromer involved in Meech. You've got Tammy involved in Meech and then not involved in Meech. You've got Jack Harvey involved in Meech. So it ain't just her. There's 3 people that bring Meech into the fold. 3. And like I said in the beginning, Tammy and Cromer have reasons to lie. But guess what? Meech do too. If we gonna keep it all the way true. And if we gonna take it a step further, everybody in this situation has a reason to do whatever they doing. The fact of the matter is you still cannot get around the fact that she was the nucleus. And he was trying to get over on the mans, and he tried to take this, and he ran off on this plug, and then he doubled back, and he did this. Yeah, Cuffy did some things that make you go, well, why would you do that? Why would you ever think it was safe to go back after taking 3 bricks? But that's only something that he can answer. Maybe he felt something. Maybe he was doing, I don't know. And in all honesty, I ain't go that far yet. If you following my timeline, which today is Tuesday, I'll be getting into the next part of this Tammy stuff. If you've been following the timeline on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will know you're not saying the same thing as Tammy. This is why I said, like, yo, your name is Contrarian Thinker. I need you to be a critical thinker right now. I need you to be a critical thinker right now. All of that stuff that's going on, all we really have is sides. When you really get down to it, you have the prosecution side, you have the defense's side. You got Cuff's side, you got Bebe's side, you got Tammy's side, Cromer's side, Harvey's side, and you got Tammy, Cromer, Cuffy, prosecution and defense, Meech, Bebe. You got all these sides to the story. But guess what? The only person that's speaking has been Cuffy. The next person to speak has been Bebe. You know who ain't speaking? Meech. You know who ain't speaking? You know who ain't speaking? Tammy. On the phone with Meech now, he said he didn't snitch. We not even talking about the snitching, Bobby Allen. We not even talking about the snitching. See, this is where y'all gotta get out y'all bag and stop trying to prove a point and listen to the logic of what I'm saying to you. If you a street person, right? I'm gonna put it to you like this. My baby father tell me something, and I run and I go tell the police, and then people go and get locked up. My baby father gonna catch heat because of me, and I'm gonna catch heat too. Because he told me, and I went and ran my mouth. So regardless to what, you can't get us away from them statements that everybody went through Tammy to get to him. You can't get away from that. Girl, thank you for the super chat, but listen, you ain't got to super chat me to try to change the facts from what I'm saying. You can't change what I'm saying to you. And I am very passionate about what I'm saying because we're talking about street codes and morale. This ain't about me believing no goddamn Tammy. I would never believe everything that Tammy got to say. But you know what? I will tell you this much. When she got found out and she ran down there to go tell Meech, and Meech said, keep my name up out of it, she went over there to go get his name up out of it. She put his name in it. His name was in it. If y'all reading the paperwork, you can't say his name ain't in there. What you could say is there ain't no statement. She went to go try to clean it up because she was scared. Yeah, you should be scared. Because let me tell you something. CIs on federal cases, and all of y'all that want to debate me, y'all can't debate this right here. CIs on federal cases, unless you take it to trial, you will never know who the CI is on the case. How they found all of this out is because Cuffy went for a Franks hearing, and all evidence got to be exposed in a Franks hearing. So that means the confidential source, all the paperwork, everything had to be exposed. And it got exposed. It got exposed. He ain't no made man. This ain't no mafia stuff. Answer that question. Y'all keep going back to that. Moral of the codes of the street. You don't fuck with rats. You don't fuck with informants. You put your whole team at jeopardy putting this bitch in the mix. Let's get to that for real. Bro, Big Steve, did you read the paperwork? Okay, Bobby, we know he can't talk to Cuffy, but now answer this. Riddle me this, because I like this. I like this. Riddle me this. Why he can't talk to his goddaughter? Why he can't reach out to the family? You mean to tell me you can't get word through to people? He on the phone talking to people. He can't pick up the phone and call his goddaughter? He can't pick up the phone and explain things? Yo, if y'all read that paperwork, the way y'all are acting like y'all read that paperwork, explain to me, how is she friends with his mother? According to the paperwork. Now his mother could be a CI. Yo, bro. There ain't no way you came on here talking about you on the phone with Meech. Ain't no way you on the phone with Meech talking about his mother could be a CI. You told Meech to say, who are you, bro? Who are you? Now all of a sudden you somebody that talked to him and you got his ear and you can influence him, and this man was running a multi-million-dollar drug empire? Now Cuffy daughter a CI? Do you see how, yo, everybody in here who's a critical thinker for real that I know, throw your Henny glasses in the chat. If you watching this gaslighting, this is why I came live to do this. This is why I came, now I was waiting for somebody to throw blue in the mix. I was waiting for somebody to throw blue in the mix. I was waiting for it. Contrarian thinker, you can't throw no Henny glasses in this chat right now. Stop all the noise. Stop with all of the spinning that y'all trying to do to avoid the question. If you a street dude, or if you've ever been out in them streets, male or female, no, you don't get to throw any glass at right now. You don't. Because you trying to say that I'm on Terry's side. No, I'm taking your Henny glasses away for the day. You go to the water table. You are at the water table for that right there. But all jokes aside, everybody who's in here, who's been in the streets, male or female, the moral of the story is this. If I make sense, throw your Henny glasses. Meech should have never put her in the mix of the business. Putting her in the midst of the business put everybody at jeopardy. Regardless to whether he made a statement, regardless to how y'all trying to stand on business about paperwork, you cannot ignore the street code. He's a street dude. This is a street nigga. A drug kingpin. It gets no more street than that. You can't overlook the street codes just because you don't want to admit that there's something fishy with the way shit was moving. You gotta own that. You gotta own that. Because if you condone in that business, then I'm looking at you sideways and questionable. On some real shit. On some real nigga shit. Because then that means you move shady. That means you move suspect. If you condone in that behavior. Fuck the paperwork. Do you condone the behavior? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm giving you that contrarian thinker. Answer the question. Do you condone the behavior? Yes or no? All of y'all. Bobby and all of y'all other ones in here that's fighting with me. Do you condone the behavior? You clearly can't think, Mac. If you trying to come at me, don't think I'm not going to clap back at you. I'm going to clap back. You clearly can't think for yourself. You zombied out following narratives that other people are giving you instead of thinking. Either that or you not from the streets, my nigga. Y'all got me on here talking all New Yorkish. I be all prim and proper up here. Y'all got me all out my bag. I gotta get gangster with y'all. I gotta get hood with y'all. Especially after Cuffy sent certified mail with receipts to Meech. His signature on a certified mail proved that he got the mail and still kept the Hello? Hello? He only stopped dealing with her when he knew for sure he was coming home because he knew everybody out there already knew she was... Tyron, Tyron, Tyron. I had to hit your theme song for a second. Why Tammy just didn't play all of them with her pretty light skin? It don't matter. He found out. See, you can't skip that. Y'all still trying to Harlem shake around that shit. You can't Harlem shake around that. Bobby, I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you, honey. If it's either you want to hear it and accept it and think or you don't. That's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you. She was the point person that everybody went to. Fidel went through Tammy to get in touch with Meech. Cuffy went through Tammy to get in touch with Meech. Terry sent Tonisha to Tammy on the word of Meech. And Tammy tried to get Tonisha taken out. BMF happened way after Cuffy. That means he knew. Bro, you can't get around the fact that he knew. You can't tell me niggas is up in the bing with him and they don't know. They're not telling him. And I don't even want to bring the name up because this ain't even about him. This ain't even about him. But Blue said he told him in 2017 when Cuff case was going on because Cuff daughter told him and he pulled it up on the pacer. So come on, bro. Come on, bro. He got wind of what was going on and he kept proceeding with her. You can't back away from somebody when you about to come home because you know that they a rat when you've been doing business with this chick all this time. All this time. Did you watch Tonisha's interview? I reviewed that interview. Did you hear how her voice was quivering when she was telling that story? You could feel and taste her fear that she was getting ready to go back to jail. Not even jail. She was about to go back to prison because Tammy lied on her. He brought Tammy into the fold of that nucleus when he made her the power of the connect. When he made her the point person to go to, let me tell y'all something about being the point person, because maybe y'all don't understand. The point person for a dude that's in prison is the one that do all the legwork. She's the one that passes the messages along. She's the go-to person. She the go-getter. She the one that bring it back. She the one that go on the VIs. She the one that run the packages. She the one that's writing them letters. She's the one that's making sure that dudes is doing what dudes are supposed to be doing, or that dudes is getting the word the way they need to get the word. And if somebody tell her a word that she can't say over the phone and he ain't got no cell phone, she the one that run up on the VI and tell him on the VI. That's how important a point person is. Henny Glasses in the chat if I'm telling the truth. I know I'm telling the truth. I don't really need the validation, but I know what I'm talking about, bro. You don't make no informant that important, that critical piece on the board for you moving around. He made that bitch the queen on the board for him. Let me put it to you like that. Period. And now all of a sudden, Meech done cut her off. He came home, goes home to his baby mama. Meech done cut her off. She dissolved her BMF business back in September of last year. Let me pull that document for y'all too. And now all of a sudden 50 talking about doing a documentary with her. Now I ain't saying that 50 didn't know. These ain't my opinions, Florida gal. You ain't in the streets. Ain't no way you ever been a female in the streets, because you know what I'm saying is right if you did. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Because you just trying to overlook everything. You can feel how you want to feel. I'm not saying anybody is wrong. I'm not saying that anybody is wrong for supporting who they want to support. I don't care. Support who you want to support. Believe what you want to believe. But don't come at me when I'm coming from a space of morale. Period. Exactly. You not. And you wasn't. So if you was, there's no way as a chick you would be sitting here talking like what I'm saying is wrong, because you know for a fact I was a point person, my nigga. That's my credentials. Period. Stop trying to act like because I'm a female I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. I know what I'm talking about. It's y'all. And I'm not even tight right now. I'm not even tight. I'm just looking at y'all shaking my head on the inside, because are you serious with yourselves? See, y'all don't want to answer that question, and y'all don't want to agree that that shit is street code morally wrong, because you know if you do that, then that will go against everything that you're trying to stand on with this paperwork shit. At the end of the day, it is not my opinion. That's a fact. That's a fact. Street code is the same no matter where you go. That's a fact. Stop trying to make a fact an opinion. That's like telling me it's my opinion that the grass is green, the sky is blue, and water's wet. That's a fact. Because it's universal. Now, see, we don't know who CS2 is because CS2 never got exposed. Feds got protocols, but them feds break the protocols and do what they want to do. They're the government. They do what they want to do. If they followed their own protocols, Cuffy case would have been thrown out from the get-go because it was fruit of a poisonous tree. Meaning that when they found out and discovered that Chroma was clapping Tammy's cheeks, that case would have been thrown out. You said they underestimate Tammy. Stop this, Henny. No, because it's the fact. And they shouldn't be underestimating this woman after all the stuff that I know I've been exposing and other people been exposing on their channels about her. If you sleeping on this chick being crafty and being cunning, she's a hybrid snake. She's a combination of a snake and a rat. That's a hybrid snake. She's a snat. A snake and a rat. She's a snat. And you have this person around you handling your BI? Come on. I'm so disappointed in y'all. I'm not misinformed about his wiretaps. I'm not. Because the wiretaps were put on during that case with Tammy. And at the end of the day, when I get into Cuffy stuff a little bit deeper, then that'll be something different. But at the end of the day, we talking about the moral and the principle of everything. You cannot deny that that girl set that man up for the fall. You can't deny that. Thank you. When you're trusted is a rat on rat, it's over. I've been telling you, she conned all of them. Now they arguing with each other. My point of my moral of the story is this. After all of that information came out and word traveled through, because word, let me tell y'all something. Word, if you don't know, you should know. Word travels around the jails and the prison yards quicker than it does in the streets. So there's no way you're going to tell me that a man is sitting in jail and in prison. He's sitting up in prison and he's not getting word about what's going on with this Tammy chick. You can't tell me that he's not getting word about what was going on with Cuffy when Cuffy sent him a certified letter. You're not telling me that he's not getting word about what happened with Tonisa and Tammy. You can't tell me that. And you still did business with her. So much so that this woman made mega money off of your life story for BMF as a co-producer on your ish. Come on, bro. All this fluff y'all be putting out here. Speak on that. And they can't deny she did it all to get Meech less prison time. The only reason it failed is because she couldn't keep her kitty to herself. Henny, you was a hard-headed woman not listening. What I'm supposed to be listening to? Listen, my baby father tell you I'm hard-headed. And he's known me since I was 13. Okay? Okay. And we like this. And I was with that man for a very long time. Meech knew what she did. She went to the jail and told... Thank you, New Norman Candle. She went and told him what was going on. She told him his name was in the paperwork. She told him about her cover being blown. She told him all of that shit. And his only response was keep my name out that shit. Come on, bro. After he found out he didn't distance himself from her because she was extorting him, he was trying to keep himself and others from doing more time because of what she could still use in 2025. Where's the proof of that? Where's the proof that she was extorting him? Or is that just an estimate? Is that a hypothesis? CS2 was a female, if you know how to read paperwork, street lady. I know it was a female, D3. Stop trying to come for me, Mac, for you find yourself saying hello from the other side, and I cuss you out. Because you real, matter of fact, let me give it to you since you want it. You real dense and dumb. You probably part of the problem with the streets now. Why mofos don't follow street codes, morals, and values anymore, and they think that hanging around with a rat is cool. They think that, oh, because this dude did this, it's okay because he ain't in no paperwork. No, at the end of the day, you do some grimy ass shit. You did some grimy ass shit. You a grimy ass nigga and only grimy ass motherfuckers hang around you. Period. At the end of the day, it's that simple. You part of the problem. You part of the problem. What you're not going to do is disrespect my old school values and ways. You understand? My father was an ex-con. My whole motherfucking life, I've been in and out them jails visiting. My father, law library, knows the law, knew the law. Like the back of his hand. My baby father, ex-con. I'm surrounded by this shit. I know what the hell I'm talking about, and I know what I was raised on. And I stand on moral and principle. I stand on it. That's why I don't fall for just anything that other people say. That's why I don't fall for it. That's why I'm not going to easily be swayed off of what I'm saying about moral and principle. Saying about paperwork, that's different. But you can't disregard moral and principle just because it ain't in black and white when you see it in black and white in other ways. Because there's no statement. But there's actions. There's actions. We read in the paperwork of what she said she did, what Cromer says she did, what Harvey said she did. Hell, what Terry did, what she did to Terry. And all the other ones that she was snitching on in between all of that. This a chick you want on your team? Drop a 1 in the chat if that's a chick you want on your team. If you want a Tammy on your team. Drop a Henny glass if it's a no-go for a female like that ever being on your team. The streets don't love nobody. That's the whole thing. That's what people got to understand. When you out there in them streets, the streets don't love nobody. You lucky if you get a couple of solid ones. You lucky if you get some stand-up people that are going to stand up next to you. Your right-hand man will turn on you in a minute. I've seen it. I know personally. Your right-hand man will snitch on you to get himself out of a pinch. That's what rats do. Rats will chew off their own fucking foot to get out of a trap. That's how crazy it is. Imagine chewing your own foot off to get out of a trap. So that means that they're liable to do anything. And all of this is based off of reading the paperwork and having a code. The problem is, old school streets have died. And it's very obvious. It's very obvious. So when y'all come at Henny, know that Henny, thank y'all everybody for the super chats. When you come at Henny, know that what I'm speaking on is the morale and the principle of a thing. That's what I'm speaking on. Because guess what? Y'all could all be out here talking about Meech ain't do nothing. Meech is innocent. And it come back that that's not true. Y'all could be out here talking about Meech guilty. Meech is a rat. Da-da-da-da. And it could come back anything. But what you can't get around is the moral of it all. And the moral of it all gives you an insight into things. So where if you going off of the moral and you looking at the paperwork and you like, yo, so that nigga not right. That's where you getting it from. And that's where a lot of people are getting that from. Questionable actions. Questionable actions. Man, where you getting that from? Contrarian thinker, where you getting that from, bro? Where you getting it from? Did I say that, contrarian thinker? Did I say that? Don't put words in my mouth. Did I say that? I didn't say that. Tammy not from St. Louis, but she damn sure jammed somebody up from St. Louis. Nah, you can't get around that. Because Meech put her in contact with Cuffy. Meech put her in contact with Cuffy. Why was Cuffy talking to her? Did you read the paperwork, Bobby Allen? Have you listened to any of the interviews? Meech put her in contact with Cuffy. Put Cuffy in contact with her. Meech had them two working on a movie deal. Come on, bro. I'm not going to keep going over this paperwork when I've gone over the paperwork. Go read for yourself. Go listen for yourself. I've already done this. Go read that for yourself. Because Cuffy trusted her because that was Meech's peoples. Fidel trusted her because that was Meech's people. But I got some questions about Fidel. I know your baby mother and whoever else got a headache listening to you. Because you keep talking about something that ain't got nothing to do with it. You ain't never answered a question. I'm looking at all of y'all that's trolling. None of y'all answered that question. If you stand by this or if you would have a chick like Tammy on your team. I'm watching y'all. I'm watching y'all. I'm watching them. I'm watching them. Bye, Bobby. Because I've had it. Y'all going to start getting timed out. Because y'all showing me who y'all are. And y'all can have your opinion. And that's cool. But stop it when you can't answer a question. You no longer can come at me and say nothing to me. Know that. No, contrarian thinker. If you want to go off of what Blue said that was his older chick. Blue said, hey, Crawler City. Blue said he never had her around Meech. That's what Blue said. That's what he said. If you're going to go off of what Blue said. Come on now. That part, people will never understand until they get played. Then they want to cry. I really think CS2 is a man because do you remember in the paperwork the agent said, well, I just let him talk to him But then it was a pause and said, I met her. Okay, but the thing is, CS2 is talked about in Tammy paperwork as well. Don't worry, I got that coming for y'all. Right, leave Blue out of it. He's a non-factor in this conversation, but since they wanted to bring him up, that's not what he said. Right, Kelly? Like, come on, you done changed up too many times. You gotta go sit down for a minute. Now you in the corner. You gotta go in the corner. Oh no, I'm not mad. That's the whole thing. Y'all ain't seen me mad. Y'all ain't seen me mad. Like right now, I'm from New York. I'm very passionate about what I'm talking about right now. And the fact that I've been dealing with some craziness in my comments, I wasn't even gonna address it. I wasn't. So, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, y'all crazy coming at me like this when I know what I'm talking about. Henny, this my channel name, but you know me from my handle, Coco. Ah, okay. Cut Too Close. I like that. I like that name, Cut Too Close. Tammy from everywhere. What? She's who Pac wrote that song about. Uda, didn't you say that? Shout out to Uda Ogo. Salute to you, Spawn. Thank you. And let me tell y'all something. All y'all dudes that think y'all gonna run me off, y'all not running me nowhere. I'm here. And I'm gonna keep doing my thing. Well, make sure y'all tune in later on tonight, because I'm gonna get in depth with Cromer and Tammy and all of that. And I'm gonna give y'all a docu-story, because that's what I do Tuesday night, 9 p.m. until this is over. I'm giving you the docu-story. There's a method to my madness. Trust me. Tammy for the streets will have pass around town. I'm not doing this with y'all. Henny, you killing it. That's why they here going at you. Thank you. They can do what they want to do. I'm still going to stand 10 toes on what I stand on and what I believe on. And even though I am no longer in the streets and I'm a civilian now, I'm a civilian, okay? But I've been out there. Y'all want me to... I could get somebody up here real quick that'll solidify and stamp me. But I don't need no stamping, because I stomp for myself. The fact that Meech didn't catch a conspiracy charge is very, very suspect. There's a lot of suspect things that got me looking like, Thank you, Grand Rapids. Tammy was working that cat and played them up. Listen, there's no getting around that. Tammy got the kitty from hell, okay? I made a short based off of the review that I did of Dogface and them. Shout out to Dogface TV podcast and YouTube Streets. When they interviewed that girl Khalitha, which by the way, Khalitha will be here on Saturday. I'm interviewing her on Saturday. And it's gonna be live. So she will be here. We will be asking her more questions and getting more in depth. But I talked about how you got some girls who got that punana you threw up in the sky and it turns into sunshine. But then you got them girls that got that natural disaster that come in, and that punana will destroy your whole life. She come in and she wreck it. If y'all know anything, the Franks hearing would have exposed all snitches and CI. That's why Tammy was the only one exposed, because it was only her. Well, no, D. Wells, there was other CIs, but she was the main CI. She was the one who brought this to them. Just like she brought Terry to Jack Harvey, she brought Fidel and Cuffy to Atlanta as well. I'm on the clock, but I got you, Henny. All right, CJ. Salute to you. Love you very much. Thank you for being here. That cat wasn't hitting on nothing. All them ninjas cut her off. Nah, you can't say that. That cat was hitting on something. No matter how you sliced and diced. That cat was hitting on something. You can't take that away from her. That cat was hitting on something. I don't know. This is my theory. This is not based off of fact. This is just my theory, since we talking about theories. I think Meech tapped that ass before he went to jail. I'm sorry. Tapped that ass, got some sloppy mouth mop or something out of her. Had to have. Because there's no way you going to just do this with a random person. That's Tammy, a natural disaster. Facts. No matter how you slice and dice and Meech, owe them an explanation. Thank you, TJ. That's what I'm saying. He don't owe us, the public, if you really want to be technical. He owe all his peoples an explanation on things. And saying I don't owe nobody shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's nasty work. It wasn't about sex. It was about the business moves she was making. I think they were having sex while he was in jail before he knew. But see, if he was having sex with her when they was in jail, they would have had to be married. Because you can't just have sex with somebody in jail. You don't get conjugal visits because this is my girlfriend. You got to be married. And there's no marriage license that I see. And this chick done been married at least twice that we know of. And them connections was hitting on something. I said the same thing. Who thought she wasn't around? Nah, boy, you wasn't around. Meech definitely hit that before. I mean, listen, and the fact that Meech said he, they sleep with each other's girls, but if there's one girl that don't want to, then that's that person's main one. But he said it was up to the female. If a female don't want to be shared, then, that's that man's one joint, basically. And I agree with you. She did play everybody. She played everybody and she played herself right into a nice position. But the thing that really got me puzzled and baffled the most is this chick has snitched on the cartel. She done did all this diabolical stuff and she's still just chilling. Henny is ways and guards that helps at the... Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you right. You got a couple dollars, you could get a guard that'll give you, some time. I think Tammy more than just a CI. There is no way a woman with no street background playing these types of games and turning down government protection unless she has deep... Oh, CD Wells, I like you. You be thinking. You think I like the... Listen, let me explain something to y'all. The reason why I like critical thinks is because I'm sapiosexual. I like people that think. A lot of y'all be coming in the comments and y'all be having good theories, and I'm like, oh wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. But I've already been like kind of leaning. I don't know. That's a good one though. That is a good one. Can I pin that? Do I know? I don't know how to pin that. See, Uda got me going live. Oh, I can. Got me going live straight from the phone. I don't never do this. I always go live from the StreamYard. So I like to show the documents and all that other stuff. But I'm learning some stuff. So shout out to Uda. He's a man that stand on what he say. Meech wasn't hitting that. Everybody else was, including Cuffy. Now, where you get that from? Because I know there's one channel that came up with that scenario. She's the modern day and how to Harvey. Oh, the chick who went in there, they got gobbled up. That's what you say. Why you put that image in my head? Why did you put that image in my head? Oh, Kelly, I'm going to get you for that one because now I can't unsee it. I'm thinking back to that scene. The guy was in there getting it, and all of a sudden he just disappeared. She consumed him in the punana. Yo, y'all are crazy. I love y'all though. But I'm getting ready to end this. I think we done been on here long enough. Okay. I done gave y'all where I'm coming from, my points of view. If you still continue to choose to try to come for me, then just know that you will be talking by yourself. I am no longer going back and forth with none of y'all. I have better things to do with my day and content to create. At the end of the day, I still have not given y'all Sarah Stokes and Diddy, and I need to do that, okay? I've got other stuff to do on my other channel as well. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, that's from American Gods. That's Tammy. And I still got to make sure I line everything up for y'all for later and record the video because I do not go live with Henny's docu-stories. If there's anybody out there that makes intros, hit me up because I need an intro for Henny's docu-stories. I need an intro for Media Showdown. And I need a new intro no, I think my intro is pretty good for now for here. But if anybody does those things, hit your girl up on IG. And then, let me tell y'all, my IG channel does not reflect my YouTube channel, but it will start reflecting that. And if you're not following my other channel, please go follow my other channel if you're into gossip, like Krishan and Blueface and Cardi B and Offset, even though that'll probably be over here. But that's where I do my gossip on my other channel. But all right, y'all. Yes, Paula, CS2, I believe, is a woman. I don't think CS2 is a man. Can you hook me up with Tammy? I want some of that. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't even know this chick. She wouldn't even be somebody that I would have contact and communication with. Now, if she wants to interview with me, I'll interview her because I got questions. The other channel is Straight Henny Media, but like I said, we talk about gossip over there. Over here, I talk about court docs, and I'm going more into like some of the stuff like this, and maybe some of the music stuff. Like I am talking about Diddy and all of that stuff. So yeah, it's Straight Henny Media, STR, the number 8, and then Henny Media, all one word. But love is always love, y'all. High vibes to y'all day. Thank y'all for tapping in and tuning in. Oh wait, there's one more comment here. People moral compass is way off for real. I believe half of these people that don't get have never been to prison or anything. They love Meech and never met him a day in their life. Period, Nino Black. Listen, I'm here for however this goes. However this goes. If the story goes this way, I'm going that way. If the story goes this way, I'm going that way. But based off of what I'm thinking, not based off of nobody else. Because at the end of the day, this is Hennessy Reviews. And I critically think for myself. Am I always right? No, sometimes I get it wrong. I'm human. But for the most part, I be on more than I'm off. You better ask my day ones. They know. But anyway, love is always love. Thank y'all for all of the super chats, all the likes. Make sure y'all getting them likes up. Get them likes up. Like the video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace, y'all. How do I